Who?
All right, racing fans. Here we go, 2023. I'm sure everybody has all been dialed into the Kentucky Derby prep races. And now here we are, the beginning of the Triple Crown. I got some picks for you. I got one in the back pocket that's going to take the whole thing this year. And this is 11's Baby Racing. Let's see them. All right. So, Glenn, give me some details on this race.
All right, this is what we got. It's our Kentucky Derby, mile and a quarter for 3-year-olds. They have a point system. Top 3-year-olds that put up the most points with getting some wins, seconds, thirds, whatever they got to do to get here. So you have the top 3-year-olds in the country right now, all racing for a purse of $3 million. Running that mile and a quarter distance, the classic distance at Churchill Downs, Twin Spires. Field is loaded. A lot of good horses. It's going to be up in the air. We have a couple early scratches. The 19-horse Lord Miles is out of the race. And also the 10 Practical Move has been scratched. Practical Move is sick. And Lord Miles' trainer sounds like a cheating bum. So they threw his horse out and got rid of him.
Yep, that's right. So, and, we're sorry to see Paco Lopez leave the field. A lot of respect for a hard knock jockey.
Jersey Low.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's what we got right here. It's race 12. It's going to be Saturday. Post time is looking like 6:57. So right before 7 o'clock, it should jump off. So get your bets in. If any of you hacks out there want to throw a bet in, this is the race to make some money on horse racing. You got a lot of people betting. It's a prime mutual wagering system. So this is the race where you will make some money. Mix and match some numbers, play some names. You don't have to go big, go light. You could do what you want.
That's right. Oh, you got the Tampa Bay.
You're going to have to get him a wide
angle. If your name is Rich and you bet Rich Strike, you're going to go big.
Right.
We're going to have to get him a wide angle lens over there.
This is the race. This is the race we want. This is the race you want to make some money, have some fun, sit down, make some dinner, have some drinks with your friends, your family, enjoy the race. It's just one of those years. First Saturday in May. It's what we do.
Yell at the TV as loud as you can so the whole neighborhood hears you.
Yep, smack your ass when the horse is coming around the turn, baby.
Dad, not you.
He can't reach his ass.
They move up all the numbers.
You don't want to disturb the neighbors.
I'll get that kid over next door. Started my work.
That's
they move up all the numbers on the horses.
Did they move up all the numbers? Yes. Yeah, so they will carry the same number. They just move up in post. So
okay.
Right. So basically, if you're looking at Practical Move, who's got scratched, is number 10.
Right.
So number 11 is disarmed. Number 11 goes into post 10 position. So which is a big deal. For some horses. So that's just the way they do it. So everybody's going to move up. And then if you go down to 19 is out. So post 20 will jump into 18 now because 10 and 19 are out. So they move up 2. And then Cyclone Mischief, I know, is definitely in the 21 horse, who looks a lot better than last year's 21 horse who won the damn Derby. And I think this other Japanese horse, 22, is going to be in as well. So I think it's still going to be a full field of 20 horses.
I got some interesting statistics right here, and it plays right into everything you're talking about. Did a little research, trying to figure out what spots win the most over in Kentucky. The five hole won 10 times, the 10 hole won 9 times, and the 15 hole won 6 times. And for me, the interesting part about that is when I look at this field, Brad Cox and Todd Pletcher got a lot of horses in this race. And Rally Cap. And it's interesting that the 15 hole might change because that's Forte's spot. Like right now, the 5 hole is Tapit Trice. Love that Todd Pletcher horse. And I also love Forte, which I don't know if it didn't get in my lucky 15 slot. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Forte. And just for everybody out there, if there is a Triple Crown, selection, and I'm looking at all the prep races, I think Forte has a solid chance on being a Triple Crown winner this year.
All right. All right. I feel you. I got him beating the Belmont by a horse that's in this race.
All right.
All right. So
the Belmont's the killer.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Triple Crown's hard to do. Hey, shout out to American Pharaoh and Justify.
Yep. And last year's winner of the Belmont was Mo Donegal. And Mo Donegal was by Uncle Mo. So if you take a look at your form there, find the horse by Uncle Mo, see what you got.
All right. We got a sleeper on the Belmont.
And that horse by Uncle Mo could win this Kentucky Derby here too. So
all right. Well, look at that. And, we got a Uncle Mo pedigree contender in the ring here.
For sure. Brad, you hadn't said much. Have you not handicapped this race?
I'm just listening.
Taking it all in.
Did you fit it in during all the kids' soccer games and everything else you got going on there?
I was evaluating
soccer, softball, and gymnastics.
My game in the Derby is to pick the bomb. And,
all right.
It takes a little more thinking to pick the worst horse to win than it is to pick the best horse to win. These are real easy. When it lines up and it finished first the last 9 times, it's a real easy bet.
So who's the bomb?
Brad Cox and Angel Empire. That's mine.
Yeah,
beautiful. I don't know if that's a bomb. That's a really great horse.
The horse is a winner. It's 8 to morning line is 8 to 1 right now. So he's third or fourth choice. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's up in the mix though. That's a contender. I would say a bomb if you wanted to say disarm going into the 10 hole. That's a bomb.
Yeah.
You got the B hat for the bomb with the Brad.
This may be a Giacomo hat. This may be a Giacomo race. Giacomo went off at 50 to 1 and brought the house down. We got 3 horses right now that are 50 to 1. I like the Rocket Can.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's my
Rocket Can has been a little inconsistent in the prep races, but no doubt about it, a tough horse. Forte had his number, but Rocket Can could absolutely get it done. Another Tapit pedigree right there. And there's a lot of Tapit pedigrees everybody knows in this race. I like Rocket Can. I like that horse a lot. It's one of my favorite, even though I don't know if I'm going to bet him, but
and the Japanese horses coming over here, the Dharma Sugotakake is they don't really do good after they travel from Dubai and come over here. They're usually a little bit jet lagged, don't really have a real strong performance. So
I'll agree with you in the past, Brad, but if any Japanese horse has a chance to win, it's Dharma Sakagaki.
Sakagaki
has a chance. Way to nice job, bro.
100%.
Mad respect.
Yeah. So, again, I agree with what you're saying 100%, Brad, but these Japanese guys, they're doing great work with their horses. If you look at all the Dubai races and Saudi races, they're putting some horses together lately, and they're stealing some purses with these Japanese bred horses. And it just started happening last year. And they have something that's going on right now that I don't know what they're doing, but they have something figured out. And I'm expecting a good showing. There's 3 Japanese horses in this field potentially, with that 22 horse coming in there, Mandarian Hero. It's going to be interesting to see if they
sooner or later they're going to crack the case. And Brad's 100% right. And I've always looked at these horses, and I really thought that I would be able to snatch a purse with it, and never have. But hey, if you keep on going with it, sooner or later they're gonna ring the bell. And
Well, they did very well at the Breeders' Cup. What was it, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Yeah,
I think they had a good sweep over there.
yeah. They've been doing
Uh,
great. They just keep doing. And Derma Sakagaki, if you look at
Sakagaki.
if you look at his replay in Dubai, now the horse was on the lead the whole time. So the problem is, if he starts getting hit with dirt in his face, does he like it? Does he have an issue with it? But the way he was on the lead in that Dubai race and just pulled away from everybody like they weren't even in the race was pretty impressive. Again, Dan, I talked earlier to Dan about it, and it's like, what was the competition? We just don't know, so it's tough. But
Yeah, that's right.
the stride of the horse and how he was moving, he looked flawless again, but you could look flawless against weak competition sometimes. So we'll see. They got him at 10-1 on the morning line. I'm thinking he may drop a little bit. I think you might get 8-1 on him. I think they may come down a little bit on him, especially as the American handicappers start talking about him and bringing his name up. I think you can see 8-1 on the horse. So we'll see what happens.
What do you got, Pop? Other than showing us all your fancy clothes you got.
I got,
you zooming in your face and stuff.
If I was betting the super, oh, there's a B. I got him.
It's harvest season. You got to
bet the super.
If I was going to bet the race for the super, I would put on top Angel of Empire and Forte on the top. And below that, I would put Skinner, Magay.
It's Mage.
Magay. That's the girl I went out with when I was
told him
20
Mage,
years
and he's
old.
going
I was going out with Magay.
He dated somebody named Maggie.
Magay.
And they bred her, and now she's got horses at the track.
And I like the 5-horse.
2 fills?
Tap it twice.
Tap it twice, and I like the 21 horse as a closer.
Trice.
Cyclone Mischief.
Cyclone
Tap it Trice.
Mischief.
What a great name. Yep, Cyclone Mischief, absolutely. The 2 fills had a hard spun.
He said tap it twice. The third time.
Twice.
Oh, good.
That was Magay.
Maggie, no good the third time.
Right.
You can tap it twice, Maggie.
That's it.
And then you got to
all
move
the
on
other
to 2
horses.
fills.
They didn't run. The last 4 horses that I mentioned are closers. The other horses are there. They're running. Their buyers are in the 90s, 98, 99, but they didn't hit to 100. And Angel of Empire and Forte, they're consistent on running them 100 buyers.
100%. Yeah.
Right. And you're on the outside. So, like being on the inside, it's very tough. I know the 5, Dan said the 5 always wins and, has the most wins and all of that. You have to take off out of that gate and be on the top of that
Zooming.
of the field over there to get in there.
Yeah.
You got to run all around that track. You're running against 20 good horses.
Yeah.
And
the gate where it starts is weird. It kind of starts on the 4th turn on the edge, and they kind of angle it a little bit. So the 1 really gets jammed up. 1, 2, 3, 4. They just get jammed up hard there. It's tough coming out of there. But if the horse is a closer, he just lets everybody go by him and hangs out, and it's fine. But if the horse needs to be up front or be a chaser up early, a presser, it's tough. It's tough in those early spots, so
it really is tough. Even if you're a closer, you got so much traffic to get through. It's not a straight
picking
shot.
The 1 horse as a second choice over there.
Oh, I love the 1 horse. The 1 horse has been the favorite every damn race he's been in, and you get 30-1 on him today. You can't tell me a horse that's running a grade 3, a grade 2, back to back, and they bet him bet even money, right, on the horse twice. He won 1 and finished second by a nose to Lord Miles. Miles just got thrown out of the race for possibly some doping stuff going on. So that horse there, who knows?
It's not even there.
Who?
Stafford.
Yeah, they don't let him over there either because of the whole doping issue with the horses. Right. Yeah, but he's got a horse that's in the race.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right.
We are calling just a weather update on this race. They're saying late afternoon thunderstorms in Louisville, Kentucky on Saturday. 60% chance of late afternoon thunderstorms. So a little bit overcast for the day. It's going to be 77 to start the day and 60 to close it out. So it's just going to get colder and colder while they're out there. So the later the race goes, the colder it's going to be. So they may be hauling at the end.
Well, you will get the best. So get best of the best at that weather. But
what's your pick?
Who?
What's your pick? Who's to win the Derby?
All right. So this is what I have in this order. I got Angel of Empire. I got Forte. I got King's Barnes. So that's 14, 15, 6. I got 2 Phils, the 3. And I got the 17. Who's the 17 there? Derma.
The Japanese horse.
Yeah, Sotogaki. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's 14, 15, 6. So it's 14. 14 is Angel of Empire. 15 is Forte. The 6 is at King's Barnes. They're the horses that I really, truly like. And I'm a huge fan of Mage. I liked that horse a while back. This is his horse 4th lifetime start. I expect this horse to do good things in this race. I expect him to get better. I think he had a real bad trip in the Florida Derby. I think he had a worse trip than Forte did. Despite Forte, catching him, he circled 5 wide. Everything about the race said it wasn't as good. The distance is there. He's by Good Magic, Curlin's, son. Definitely could get there. And if you look at the distance number, he's a 120. So I'm going to throw the 8 in there as well. Just in the back of that 14, 15, 6, 3, 17, 8. They're going to be my horses. I might play them in that super high 5, some combination of it to try to get it. Whoever's betting the super high 5 pays the most every time. If you could figure out a way to hit that super high 5, you're going to get paid. Probably it's usually upwards of $100,000, so something to play.
Everybody left me hanging. I tried to get the super high 5 going. Yeah. Nothing.
So caught up in the weather. I'm rummaging through the PPs to figure out. All right,
there you go.
All right, but I'm going to
find the mutter.
I'm going to give
Mutter
you.
Was a mutter.
I'm going to give you 2 long shots that I like, and they're 2 of the Brad Cox horses, the 1 and the 2. Now, by no means do I think they have a true shot to win the race, but I think if you really like a horse to win and you want to get a huge exacta. If you play it straight for like $20, you like a horse to win, you play that 1 or 2 behind him. And I think either one of those horses can make something happen, especially the 1, because the 1 I think could close a little bit. I think he could take some dirt in the face and sit in the back. And Manny Franco's on the horse. You're getting Brad Cox trained. Again, the horse was the favorite in every race he's been in his life. And now you get 30 to 1 on him. Find the horse to win the race. Play this 1 horse or the 2 horse behind them. Try to hit that cold hard exacta for $20. When you get a 30 to 1 shot, 15 to 1 shot, even behind the favorite in the Derby, it's going to pay a couple $100. You could probably walk away with $2,000 on a $20 exacta if you play it right. If you get something back there, just throw it out there, make a bet. That's all I'm saying. You want that long shot to come in second. Play your favorite up front. Cold hard for $20. If you play your favorite and 2 behind, it costs you $40. You can play your favorite with 3 behind, costs you $60. It's an easy bet, easy way to go make some big money for a cheap price. So think about that. And that's all I got. We can move on.
Who do you like, Dan?
Yeah, I'm going to jump right into this, and I'm going to say on that 2 horse, if you really look at that Bluegrass Stakes, it's definitely worth watching. Verifying Birth, Tapit Trice, they went neck and neck down the stretch, and Tapit just beat them. And that's all it was to it. And that's the one thing, with the Verifying being in the 2-hole and Tapit being in the 5-hole. And just seeing how they ran down that stretch, I'm going to put Tapit Trice above Verifying, but I definitely agree with you 100%, Glenn. You never know how these fields are going to plan out, and that's a tough horse, the 2-horse right there. All day long, I mean, that horse could win it. For me, I'm not going to get complicated with this. Because the truth is, you can get really sophisticated with this bet and lose $200 real fast. So what I'm going to do is 2 $5 win play show bets. And I really don't like to do this because it's like you're betting against yourself. But I'm going to go $5 win play show on the 5-horse and Tapit Trice. I'm going to go $5 win play show on I don't know if this is a 15 or whatever hole he's going to be in, Forte. I really think Forte has a Triple Crown chance right now. That horse is just a beast, and if he makes it, he's going to go. And most likely, that horse might pop off at the favorite of this race. So that's where I'm going. And then I would say just from that Rich Strike race that we watched, what was that, 80-1? On Dad's 80th birthday, and the dude, sitting there, his name is Richie Bedham. This is that type of race. If you have any connection, if your name is Phil, bet 2 Phils. You know what I mean? And like that horse could definitely win too, even though last horse race it was a grade 3 race, and it's like this is not a grade 3 race, right? So I mean, he's gonna get it done. I don't think so, but yeah, I'm going Forte, Tapit Trice. Todd Pletcher is dialed in. He's got 3 horses in this race. Todd Pletcher won the Derby twice already. He's going for his hat trick. Ortiz is on Forte. I don't think he even won the Kentucky Derby yet. He's going for his first time best shot.
I like it, Dan. Real quick, I'm gonna let you. I just want to jump on Dan real quick with to say betting against yourself. And the Kentucky Derby, you're never going to bet you're against yourself when you're playing 2 horses, even in a 10, 12 horse field. If you pick 2 horses on a win play show wager, there's a chance if you hit it, you're going to make out. When you get smaller fields, 7 horses, 6 horses, and you try playing 2, you're betting against yourself. This is about yourself. But what I would say so you got a $30 bet going. I think you should play an exacta in there somewhere because you got 2 favorites going along. So I think you should add another horse to those 2 and play somewhere along that line a $2 exacta box for $12. Add another horse with those 2 and see what you could come up with. Because that's going to pay. Those exactas always pay in the Derby.
All right, I appreciate it. Maybe I'll do a $3 win play show, and then I'll do a $2 exacta box and throw a whole bunch of horses in there.
Yeah. Find somebody that you like on the long. You like the 2. You want to go outside and take one of them outside horses. You can do that. But give it a shot.
You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do 4 horses, exacta box, and I'm going to do the 5 Forte. I'm going to do Tapit Trice. I'm going to do the Japanese horse, the 17, Derma. And Brad, what's the horse that you said you like?
Rocket Can.
Rocket Can, but I thought you said like Angel of Empire though too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You know what? I'm going to just extend it. I'm going to do a 5-horse exacta box. I'm going to throw the Rocket Cam, and I'm going to go Angel of Empire. That's my 3 bets that I'm going to make. 2 win play shows.
Why don't you do a 20-horse exacta box? Every time you're talking, you're adding a horse. Now you're up to 5. You started with 2. Now you're up to 5. So keep on going.
Hey, I'm working it out, man. I'm working it out.
All right, I'm jumping in here. We'll save the best for last, Pop, because Dad wants to do a super. If you do a superfecta in the Kentucky Derby, pick your phone number, your kid's birthday, your home address, where you lived as a kid, put them all together, hope for the best. Number. Probably win $100,000 if it comes in.
Absolutely.
The hardest bet to make, there's a lot of easy money out here to try to keep it simple on exactas. That's where I'm going with this race. But I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going with the bomb. I'm going to take Forte to win. Then I'm going to put Rocket Can behind him. And I'm coming with a sleeper. And it's the horse by Curling, Skinner. All right. I think possibly has no pressure on him, doesn't really care. He's there. He got bumped around in his last race. He still fought for it, came back. So my bet is Rocket. I'm going to do, I'm leading with Forte for the win. Then I'm doing Rocket Can and Skinner. And I'm going to box it the other way too. Rocket Can, Skinner for first, and Forte to come in second. Hopefully I get the bombs on top and Forte to come in second. And we could get some $1,000 exacta maybe. But that's where I'm going with the change. Do $5 exactas.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And hear me out on Skinner. Okay, hear me out. The jockey's name's Juan Hernandez. He's a Mexican jockey. He's actually the leading jockey in Santa Anita right now.
Wow.
Better than Tyler Gaffalione, who's over there, and all these other cats. This is his first Derby, though. He may have some nerves, or he just may prove everybody what the deal is. He's the best. So he is the leading jockey at the best track on the West Coast with the most money, Santa Anita. And nobody knows who he is on the East Coast. You don't pay much attention, to him. And he's been just killing it over there. So, Brad, good bet, good find. John Sheriffs is a top-notch trainer. Out of Curlin, you can't mess with them. They paid $510,000 for that horse in the 2-year-old auction, which means there was a bunch of people going after him. So whatever form he was running at in his 2-year-old auction, they pinhooked him, probably brought him back. And yeah, man, and he's doing everything right. And if he gets better from the Santa Anita Derby, despite finishing third, to Practical Move, and was it the the Japanese horse? I almost think it was that Japanese horse.
Yeah.
The Japanese.
The one coming in.
Yep.
Mandarin Hero.
Yep, the 22. Yep, sure was. But if you looked at the replay, tough race. I think he got bumped a bit. He had some issues. Ran tough. It was a close finish. Really good race. If this horse gets better, he's getting the top jockey from Santa Anita, and this jockey's never been on him. It was Victor Espinosa before. Older jockey, everything. This guy's he's in his 30s, I believe, and he's prime. He wants to win, and if he's got a shot to win, you better believe he's going to make it happen. So, like the Skinner bet.
And I gotta say, I got more horses to add to my exacta box. I'm looking at Skinner. I'm looking at Mage. I'm looking at this 22 horse tag. I think you're right. I'm putting all of them in there. Because even looking at that 22 horse is like, the Practical Move, whatever that horse is. If that horse was doped up, this horse was only one length behind.
Practical Move wasn't doped up. Practical Move's got a fever.
Oh, my bad.
Lord Miles was doped up.
Oh, okay.
Back with that. Yeah.
And,
all right.
And if you're all the way out wide there, the 20 hole, you could win in the 20 hole, but it's not easy. There's been a couple.
Big Brown.
Yeah, who was a monster.
You can take 10 horses on the longest shots on the board. Bet $2 on 10 of them. Okay? That costs you $20 and bet everyone to win. Bet the long shots, 10 long shots.
And you got
I agree. In the Giacomo era, I put $2 on every horse that's over 50 to 1 just in case.
Right.
Be a good idea.
Right.
Good freaking idea.
Tell me what you got again. Do you want to go? Did he go already? Dad went already?
Nope.
Dad's doing the superfecta.
All right. Well, I want your winners.
He threw a little bit out.
Who's the winner?
3 minutes and 30 seconds.
I got Angel of Empire with Forte with Skinner, Mage. Tap it twice, and the 21 horse.
You tapped it twice. The third time, no good.
Right.
Mage.
Right. Mage. And the 21. What's the 21 horse?
Cyclone Mischief.
Cyclone Mischief.
All right. What we
Okay.
got was, well, it's going to be a big day, Kentucky Derby. First Saturday in May. It's probably one of my favorite days of the year. You know, not unfortunately, but unfortunately, it's a day now. I've been spending a lot of time at the ball fields with the family, and Taylor's got a softball game this weekend. Joe's got a soccer game. Kat and I got to split duties. Hopefully, I'm back in plenty of time to lose a little more money than I should. You know, and we're right around the corner for Taylor. That's what I'm going to do. Kat's going to take Joe out to soccer. And for anybody watching this, whoever even looks at it, get into horse racing, man. It's fun. It's a great time. Bring your family out there. It's a good thing.
Absolutely. On an off day,
Right.
on an average Saturday. And you know what? Brad threw the weather report in there, and the thing that I looked on the programs is that the two horses that I like, the 5 and the 15, both won in muddy and sloppy conditions. And a bunch of the other ones who have raced in those conditions, not so good. But you never know. All these horses are tough. And
You never know. Dan's rounding up another one for the bet.
I'm 5'15" all the way, man. That's my thing. You know, I'm just 5'15". I mean, you know, we're gonna do exacta boxing, so that's why I kind of shied away from it. It's too much. But absolutely.
Let me just throw one more fact out there about the Japanese horse. I hit the Kentucky Derby, and Glenn yelled at me because I put the Japanese horse in on Glenn's suggestion, and I hit
Belmont.
for $5,000.
Belmont.
Oh, the Belmont. Yeah, Glenn he was all mad that he didn't win. I hit for $5,500 at the Belmont with the Japanese horse.
What was the name of him? I forget.
Sheesh. Big money.
Yeah. No, I mean they've done great over there. They're doing good things in Japan. So I'm expecting one of these three horses, you know, to be. I will almost guarantee you're going to see in that Super High Five one of those three horses in there.
1 minute post time. 1 minute.
1 minute before we get kicked off. All right, fellas. Well, it's been real. Hey, everybody listening, get your families out. Watch this race on Saturday. Get the ratings up. Get to your local racetrack. Go have a good time with your family. Make some bets. Enjoy it. These are beautiful creatures, and they run their asses off, and they don't give a damn why. And they want to go win, and they're all taken care of on the backstretch. If you ever want to go see it, call me up. We'll show you. They take care of everyone, whether they're worth $5,000 or $1 million. They're almost cared for pretty much the same.
And then go get yourself a nice Woodford mint julep. Relax. A nice refreshing beverage. Recording.
Let me see if I turn.
Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, top of the morning to you.
Oh, yeah. How you doing, matey?
Is that better?
Let's throw another shrimp on the Barbie, huh?
Hey, little laddie, got you something for you now. I got a little picture on the race now.
Is it better my picture the other way?
Yeah, no, you're good like that. That works.
Ain't nothing like could take the edge off a losing bet like a little whiskey.
Ground zero. What are we showing everybody? What?
Ground zero. You guys ain't got
Ground
any
zero,
whiskey now.
baby.
What are you doing? You got a couple of cops there about that, do you?
How many glasses of whiskey did you have?
Actually, not even one. I've been practicing my English accent all day. I've been ready for you.
I've had a mug root beer.
Oh, you got a mug root beer.
This is Dad left this. Dad left this for me.
Awesome.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Brad, so I don't forget. In Glenn's armoire, there's some Snickers in there.
Son of a bitch. Why would you leave them in the armoire?
Well, I have one in the freezer right now.
No, you
In the
don't.
refrigerator. Or they're
Yeah,
probably
apparently
gone.
they're all over the place.
Go ahead.
Who wants to kick it off?
You.